Soul Garden.
Hello, Lunar Child, and welcome to Soul Horoscope's Weekly Edition. My name is Christopher Witecki, and Happy New Year to you. I know I've been off the air for a couple of weeks. It's been hard. You can hear my voice. Lots of shifting going on, lots of changes. Heavy Capricorn period. Whew, my goddess. That Pluto is a toughie, let me tell you. We'll talk more about that. Actually, I'll give a real quick bump here. I've been working on the guardian agency here for the last 2 weeks. This I don't know if you know, this is our strategic plan for 2012. This is going to be a heavy year. There's no question about it. Soul Garden will be there with the weekly horoscopes. We're developing some more talent as well. But the guardian agency is designed to be there with you in the moment. And this is the real deal. I take your dates of birth, I program the system so that I'm sending you text messages as a Cancer, and I'm sending text messages as you. They're called personal with text, and they come down to your DOB. This is a way of being with you in the moment when you're manifesting. You can sit here and watch this, but will you remember tomorrow during the peak of the Lightcast to do it? Well, if you get it with text, you might, right? That's what this is all about. And it also takes care of us, too. It's $4.95 a week, and it keeps our business going, and it's a nice win-win. So check it out at gatext.me. gatext.me. Got some stuff coming out. It starts next week, the service, and we're trying to get people logged in and on board and see if this works. Now, let's talk about the crabs, shall we? When I was away in the hiatus, it was all about long-term relationships and marriage. A very bruised section of the Cancer consciousness, the give and receive, how much they should give and receive. Cancers get really confused with this stuff because you are the nurturing human developers of the planet, and you tend to want to just give and expect the person to stop when they're full, but they don't. Right? And it got sticky, it got complicated. Now with the sun moving into Aquarius, you're shifting to your boundary state of awareness. In fact, let's take a look at the planets. One of the 12 states of awareness are boundaries. We have one part of our soul that does nothing but monitor lines. Monitor the lines. When I stop and you begin, don't do this. If you want to date me, you got to do this, this, this. I don't kiss until the 4th date. These are all boundaries. These are all laws of when you will open or you will close. And the Aquarius is how Cancers look at boundaries. You look at boundaries in a very innovative way. Gotta be. If you're going to be human developers, then boundaries for you are a little different than boundaries for other people. But they all have to be reasoned with, basically. And once a year, we look at when we say yes and when we say no. In a lot of cases, for those of you having problems with marriage out there, the boundaries might be the problem. So as we start off on Monday, it's Lightcast Day, a new moon if you don't know, when the sun and moon come together here and come onto the earth, right? This is the new moon. Sometimes we have we have solar eclipses in this case. This is a power punch of energy pulling into Aquarius that's going to make you hyper aware of your boundaries and trust issues. So if you've had some issues where you've been worried about someone cheating on you or someone lying to you, that anxiety might just keep increasing actually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just so you know, or Monday, Tuesday at least, with all this emotional energy when it comes to boundaries. Now, for those of you who want to have intimacy, who want to cross a boundary, who want to make it to a new side or transform your life, this is the prayer day. On Monday, you want to do your prayer. You want to do your Lightcast rituals. Fill your heart with love. Boundaries come down to transformation. If you can just change what you're comfortable with, you can transform the shape of who you are. So if you want to make it through a transformation, this is the day to pray about it and put your heart into it. Now on Tuesday, boundaries, like it or not, there's breakdown. Uranus rules the day on Tuesday. It's going to be tough. The moon is still in Aquarius as well, so we've got emotions all mixed up with it, and Uranus just pulls the rug right out from under us. So breakdown. If you're worried about cheating, lying, something like that, you're going to find out now. And the biggest chapter 1 issue is where you draw your own boundaries with yourself, where you break your own rules with yourself. Really, chapter 1 is usually about with yourself. Even if you find out your boyfriend or girlfriend has lied or someone has crossed a line, you had a boundary issue letting that person in. Sure, some people make mistakes, but usually you can see a pretty big trend. So don't forget to look at yourself with the boundary issues. The other thing that's kind of stinky is Mars. Mars goes retrograde. See over there on the other side of the Earth? Mars goes retrograde in Virgo. It's going to start moving backwards in the sky, back down under the Earth here. What that means is you're going to find this big energy strength go away. All right, we've all been amped up with Mars. For you, it's been helping you stay strong-minded. It's been helping you put the right attitude. It's been helping you speak up for yourself. But with Mars going retrograde, suddenly it'll be harder to speak up for yourself. Suddenly your mind might want to go into an old mind game. Basically, Mars is saying, hey, I've been strong for you, Cancers, with your mind and your thoughts. Now you do it. Show us you can do it. So kind of a double whammy. Breakdown, breakthrough with boundaries, and then your mind loses its support, its masculine support. Wednesday, things get better, though. Mercury will rule the day on Wednesday, so we kind of come out of that. Your emotional planet, the moon, moves into Aries. So, excuse me. Moves into Pisces, excuse me. So it's a water sign, you're feeling a lot more comfortable, and you get very philosophical. Comes out of intimacy issues and out of trust issues, goes more into philosophy. So it all goes philosophical on Wednesday, and that's a lot easier than dealing with those heavy Cancer emotions. The other thing I want to point out too is Jupiter. Now Jupiter is a hard force. It is now direct in Taurus. It's putting a lot of pressure, okay, on you to find a new context. Get your mind out of the old context, right? So a lot of times you're thinking too small. And Jupiter's putting pressure on you just to see a bigger picture, to see a bigger world, to see beyond your friends, to see beyond your marriage, to innovate the way your world perspective. This is a strong force. And by the way, when I was over the holidays, I released a video called the Act 1 videos. And these were designed and are designed. They're still available for sale. They are designed to help you get through January, February, March. And one of the big things I talk about is the Jupiter perspective. That Cancers just need to think bigger, to innovate the way they think, to see a world bigger, to see a new world. And I talk about that in the Soul Mart videos, and you should check it out. They're only $4.95 for a video. We ship within 24 hours. Soulmart.me, Act 1 videos. But the point was Jupiter and seeing a new context. Now on Thursday, no matter what's going on, things should brighten up. It's LoveFest Day. The moon will cross over Venus. Now, Venus is the give-receive planet, right? It helps restore balance and harmony. So when emotions cross Venus, we restore balance and harmony within ourselves. It's in Pisces, so if your mind's been going kind of crazy with all kinds of wild ideas, that'll calm down on Thursday. Emotionally, you should balance because it's all a water sign. And remember, Pisces is compassion energy, so when the moon crosses Venus in Pisces, that means we have room for compassion for ourselves, we have compassion for others, we get things flowing again. So Thursday, LoveFest Day. Now, if you were part of SoulGarden.me community, you know we'll be doing what we always do. We send out massive emails to everyone telling them we love you and reminding you that we love. So tell everyone you love that you love them on Thursday on LoveFest Day. On Friday, we're going to have the moon move into Aries. So no matter where your head has been, it goes to work issues on Friday. So you are career, control issues. If you've been fighting with a honey all this time, you know, with the whole boundary issue, could come to a head with control issues on Friday. The other thing about Friday is it's also still blurry because there's a lot of Neptune energy and Neptune's ruling the day. So it's both sharp, you want to be at work, but also maybe you're not feeling so clear at the same time. I know it's two fish swimming both ways, but that's the way it is. Another thing I want to point out too on Friday is we finally wrap up all of your heavy marriage stuff. Mercury up here in Capricorn, finally going to join the party with the sun over in Aquarius, and that means the marriage issues, it won't be so much about marriage, it won't be about partnership, it'll be about where the lines are drawn. A lot more microcosm, not the heavy, I think I love her, I think I don't kind of stuff, right? So Mercury finally leaving on Friday. Over the weekend, it's actually a pretty decent weekend. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for the crabs. Saturday is literally Saturn Day. It'll be time to make some decisions. You know, you've had a whole week of the universe poking at you with boundaries and whatnot. On Saturday, let's decide what boundaries at least need to change. Remember Chapter 1, changing of boundaries. Remember Chapter 1, about yourself. Maybe you change boundary with yourself. Maybe you need to get more used to something. Maybe you need to start saying no. But on Saturday, you're strong enough to look at the evidence. You're strong enough to be honest with yourself, and I hope you make the decision. Sunday, kind of part B of Saturday. The moon is still in Aries. I think your emotions are with career or with work, but it's time to act now on those boundaries. And it could be that you are playing these boundaries out at work if you're a weekend worker. Because with the moon in Aries, it's very professional, it's very legacy. You're thinking about your whole future. So you might be drawing boundaries first with the people at work, you know, because it's like that's where your emotional set is. You are a crab, so where emotions go, you swim. All right. So the weekend, make a decision on what you want to step away from. Okay, I've said enough. All right, Crab, that's all I have for this week. Be sure to check out Soulmart.me, get an Act 1 video, check out our new GA, come on down to the mothership, hang out with us Lightworkers, we're cool people, and I will be back in 7 days, and I intend to stay on the air now, Crab, so hang in there with me. I'll see you in 7. Live, love, be.